Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mike Carter Field and home of your Tyler Junior College Apaches. Today's contest features the Cedar Valley Sun and your Tyler Junior College Apaches. We'd like to remind friends, family, and fans that today's game is being broadcasted live online. To watch the Apaches and their opponents live online, go to www.apacheathletics.com and click on the Follow Live box. Again, that is www.apacheathletics.com and click on the Follow Live box. Thank you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Mike Carter Field, home of your Tyler Junior College Apaches. For the game today, I'm Chuck Smith, Associate Athletic Director here at Tyler Junior College, filling in for Dr. John Groth. Trying to work a little bit of the camera issues early. For some reason, with right at the sun and all that other good, perfect stuff with trying to put on the broadcast, it shows a little bit dimmer than normal. So I'll try to pay attention to that and clip that and try to refocus it as I am able to see it. But today, your 6-4 Tyler Junior College Apaches are taking on another D3 opponent out of Region 5 in the Dallas area, the Metro Athletic Conference in Cedar Valley, who comes in 3-3. Love to interact with you. Don't have the Remind Me app, that app or that number going, but feel free to join in with the text feature or the chat feature there in YouTube. Love to know who you're listening for or who you're watching for, whether it's on the Cedar Valley side or Tyler side. Love to give those shout outs and where you're listening or watching from. As you can tell, the coaches are at home plate. And we know, once again, it's a little bit dark on the screen. So trying to get that to you, but we'll at least have also the audio input.
Now let's meet the starting lineups for each team. First for the Cedar Valley Suns. Leading off at third base, number 5, Blake Birdwell. Batting second at shortstop, number 2, Nick Ollie. Batting third in center field, number 25, Billy Rogers. Batting fourth at first base, number 10, Daniel Quintanilla. Batting fifth, DH, number 13, Hugo Gayton. Batting sixth in left field, number 8, Nolan Box. Batting seventh in right field, number 7, Dakota Moore. Batting 8th at second base, number 3, Seth Oz Inocencio. Batting 9th, catching, number 16, Jamison Thompson. And now for your Tyler Junior College Apaches. Leading off in center field, number 18, Chase Evans. Batting second at shortstop, number 12, Jacoby Bowe. Batting third at first base, number 19, Mike Morrison. Batting fourth at third base, number 7, Taylor Broadway. Batting fifth in right field, number 35, Fiver Trimble. Batting sixth in left field, number 8, John Mike Bounds. Batting seventh, DH, number 24, Kason Davis. Batting eighth, catching, number 28, Cade Watson. Batting ninth at second, number 2, Ty Meisner. We now ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mike Carter Field. I'm Chuck Smith, Associate Athletic Director here at Tyler, filling in for Dr. John Groth, who had other commitments today since this game was supposed to be played tomorrow, or this doubleheader is supposed to be played tomorrow. Going down the lineups once again for Cedar Valley is Birdwell, Bailey Rogers, Quintanilla, Gayton, Box, and then Moore, Inocencio, and Totem. And for Tyler, Evans, Bogue, Morset, Broadway, Trimble, Bounds, and then Davis, Watson, Meisner. Once we get everything set, on the mound for Tyler, Jacob Blatney.
For the Apaches, number 21, Jacob Blatney.
TJC comes into this one with a 6-4 overall record. Cedar Valley 3-3. For Cedar Valley,
Leading off, number 5, Blake Birdwell.
Birdwell leads this one off. A .421 average on the year through their 6 games. 19 at bats, 9 runs scored, 8 hits, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 6 RBIs. As we are underway with the first pitch at 11:31. one comes across, the 1-1 count. Rogers with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Makes contact with that one, fouled back out of play. Ball 3, low and away, so that'll draw the full count. First strikeout of the day for Blatney. Brings up the 2-hole Nick Bali, shortstop. Bali a 2.94 on the year. 17 appearances. 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 doubles. 3 RBIs. Ball 2. Up and away. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 2 stolen bases. Leads the Cedar Valley Suns. That one's back up the middle. Easily fielded out in center. So 1B9 for Bali. Brings up Billy Rogers. Rogers team leading 421 average. Ball 1 comes across. Blakeney on the mound for Tyler, 5.41 ERA, 1-0 record, 3 appearances, all 3 starts, 14 innings pitched. Allowed 13 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned, 3 walks, 14 strikeouts. Opponent batting average is a .236. So 1-1 count, 1 out, 1 on. Make contact with that one, fouled way back out of play. Contact made over to second. Going to take the easy out. 4-3, but advances the runner.
Now batting, number 10, Daniel Quintanilla.
So Bailey now sits on second. Brings up Quintanilla. Quintanilla, a .400 average at the plate. 15 at bats, 7 runs, 6 hits, 1 double, 8 RBIs, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 1 stolen base. And ball 1 with 2 outs now. Going to be just foul deep down the left field line. 1-1 count, 1 on. With 2 outs here in the top half of the first. Contacted that one, fouled back out of play. Across the infield for Tyler is Broadway, Bogue, Meisner, and Morset. Outfield is Bounds, Evans, and Trimble. Behind the plate is Watson. Bolly on second. And it's going to be just off the outside corner for ball 2. So two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bailey on second. Quintanilla at the plate. And it's going to be right back up the middle under Meisner's glove. It's going to score a run. So Bolly will score from second. Quintanilla will get a 1B8 out of the deal. So 2 outs. Quintanilla now on first. Brings up Hugo Garcia Gayton. Gayton a 3.08 average. 13 appearances. 3 runs scored. 4 hits, 1 double. 5 RBIs, and that one is foul down the left field line. Drawn 3 walks and struck out once, and 1 caught stealing. High and inside for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch, high for ball 3. Draws the first walk of the contest today. So Quintanilla will head over to second. As Gayton draws the walk, brings up left fielder Nolan Box. Box a .231 average with 13 plate appearances. Looks at ball 1 away. 4 runs scored, 3 hits, 1 double, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. So 2 on for Cedar Valley, top half of the first. Already struck first down. Tyler down 1-0. 1-0 count, 2 outs, 2 on. That pop up to right, Trimble. Actually, Evans will drift over, so it'll be a high fly F8 for out number 3. So for Cedar Valley in the top half of the first, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. We'll head to the bottom half of the first. TJC trailing this one 1-0 to the visitors from Cedar Valley. Due up for Tyler, Evans, Bogue, and Morset. We'll be back in a minute.
Leading off for the Apaches, number 18, Chase Evans.
Chase Evans to lead it off for Tyler here in the bottom half of the first. Evans a 323 average with 31 appearances at the plate. Looks at strike one. 3 runs, 10 hits, 2 doubles, 3 triples, 9 RBIs, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, 4 stolen bases, and 1 caught stealing. As looks at ball 1 low. On the mound for Cedar Valley is Ryan Boas. 1-2 pitch comes over, and ball 2 outside. 6.23 ERA, 1-1 record. 2 starts with his 2 appearances, 1 complete game. Has pitched 8 2/3. Allowed 13 hits, 10 runs, 6 of those earned. Giving up 3 walks on 9 strikeouts. And giving up 2 home runs. 2-2 count now for Chase Evans. That one's in the dirt for ball 3, so full count underway. And that one's popped up, high fly ball in the infield. Bolly drops it. So Evans will get on by way of E6.
Now batting, number 12, Jacoby Lowe.
So Evans will go to first. Brings up Jacoby Bogue. Bogue sitting on a .212 average, 33 at-bats, 9 runs, 7 hits. Two of those doubles, 5 RBIs, 9 walks, 8 strikeouts, and 4 stolen bases. Takes ball 1, so 1-0 pitch coming from the lefty Boas. Strike 1. Pops that one out of play down the right field line. This will be a 1-2 count. for Jacoby Bogue. After mostly a week of clouds and cool temps and rain, it's very windy. Pulling up the weather, supposed to get into the, or was supposed to be staying in the 60s. 61 degrees right now as that's ground over to third, gets the first and safe at first. So Chase Evans will be out by way of
now batting number 19, Mike Morrison.
5-3. Bogue will get on by way of fielder's choice. So Michael Morissette comes to the plate. 290 average, 31 plate appearances, 11 runs on 9 hits, 4 doubles, 1 home run, 10 RBIs, 9 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 4 stolen bases. As looks at strike one there, going to be safe at first, or safe at second on a stolen base. So Morissette with 1 out, 0-1 count. Bogue at second. Ball 1 on the outside. Trying to lighten that view back up. Having a little bit of the issues with the focus on the iPad, trying to get it to lighten up and stay that way. Keeps trying to catch the net in front of us. As looks at that one for strike 3. Brings up the 4-hole, Taylor Broadway.
Now batting number 7, Taylor Broadway.
Broadway 290 on the year so far. 31 at bats, 4 runs scored, 9 hits, 3 doubles, 5 RBIs, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 1 stolen base. Jacoby Bogue sits on second. 2 outs, Broadway at the plate. Looks at ball 1 low. That one's back up the middle, gonna get down for a hit. Trying to come across is Bogue. Great throw from Rogers in center. So Broadway will get a 1B8, but Bogue will be out by way of 8-2. So that'll end the inning with no runs scored off of 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on. So after 1 complete, Tyler trails this one 1-0 to the visitors from Cedar Valley. Up in the top half of the second for Cedar Valley is 7, 8, 9. Moore, Inocencio, and Totten. We'll be back in a minute. Dakota Moore leading off for Cedar Valley in the top half here of the second. Moore a 300 average, 10 appearances, 4 runs scored, 3 hits, 2 RBIs, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. As he looks at ball 1, even the count at 1-1. Two one count now from Blatney. Gets him swinging at that one, so 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is underway. Gets him looking for strike 3. Blatney with his second strikeout on the day.
Number 3, Seth Oz Inocencio.
Brings up Inocencio in the 8 hole. Inocencio a 250 average. First pitch swinging, and Fiver Trimble out there and right, able to get that one. So 2 outs now. Brings up the 9 hole Jamison Totten. Totten 385, 13 appearances, 2 runs scored, 5 hits, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Looks at ball 1 low and away. One count, 2 outs, nobody on. Looks at ball 2. Two one pitch. Gets swinging through that one for strike 2. Fouls that one back out of play. That one's put in play up the middle. Bogue able to glove it and get it over for an easy 6-3 third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base in a 3-up, 3-down inning for Tyler out in the field. So coming up for Tyler in the bottom half, 5, 6, 7. Trimble, Bounds, and Davis. TJC trailing this one 1-0 after 1.5. We'll be back in a moment. Leading off for Tyler
Number 35, Fiver Trimble.
is Fiver Trimble. Trimble looks at strike one. Trimble 269 average. As make contact for that one, gonna get just up and over. Trimble with a 1B7.
Now batting, number
So
8,
brings up
John Mike
left fielder
Bound.
John Mike Bound. .250 average, 20 appearances, 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 home run as Trimble gets back to first. 2 RBIs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. The wind currently is essentially blowing out to right field, 10 miles per hour, steady, gust anywhere from 15 to 30 today. Tyler trying to get ahead of the rain that's supposed to hit this weekend, hence why they rescheduled this doubleheader, moved it up to today. Looks at strike one on the outside. Trimble with the leadoff single to left. Here in the bottom half of the second. Bounds stands there, looks at that one, and another stolen base for Tyler. So with Trimble on second after the stolen base, no outs, 2-1 count at the plate. Ball 3 up and away. Three-one count for Bounds at the plate. And going to draw the walk. So first 2 on for Tyler brings up the 7-hole, Kason Davis.
Now batting, number 24, Kason Davis.
Your designated hitter today. Davis, a .231 average, 13 appearances, 2 runs scored, 3 hits, 3 RBIs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 1 stolen base. Comes to the plate with no outs, 2 on for Tyler in the bottom half of the second. TJC trailing this one 1-0. Ball 1 low. Gonna catch him stealing at third on a double steal, so Trimble will be out by way of 2-3, or 2-5. Bounds will advance to second. 2-0 count now at the plate for Davis. Swings through that one for strike one. Swings through that one for strike 2. So 2-2 count now, 1 out with Bounds on second. And that's going to be in the dirt. Checking up, running is Bounds. Bounds will stay on second. Full count now at the plate, 1 out. Tyler trying to make something happen to get the run back. Trails 1-0 here in the 7-inning game setup. Both these games today are 7 innings. And going to draw the walk. So back-to-back walks by Boaz. Brings up the 8-hole Cade Watson.
Now batting, number 28, Cade Watson.
Cade Watson, second on the team in batting average, 364, 11 appearances, 1 run scored, 4 hits, 1 RBI, 1 strikeout, and 2 stolen bases. Looks at strike 1 on the inside. Fouled back out of play. Bleachers right there by first baseline. So 1-1 count now, 1 out, 2 on for Tyler. So 1-2 count now. One out. Bounds on second. Davis on first. Watson at the plate. Wanted to check on that one, but no go for ball 2. Going to be a foul ball. Just foul down the third baseline. Resets a 2-2 count. Going to be ball 3 up and away. Another full count here at the plate. Bounds sits on second, got on by way of a walk. Davis at first by way of a walk. That one's fouled back out of play. 8-hole Watson is at the plate now. Draw with the reset, another full count. Ball's in play. Looks like right fielder Moore easily able to field that one. So Watson goes down by way of F9. Brings up 9-hole Ty Meisner.
Now batting, number 2, Ty Meisner.
Meisner leads the team in batting average, .419, 31 at-bats, 10 runs scored, 13 hits, 1 triple, 7 RBIs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 2 stolen bases, and 1 caught stealing. Looks at ball 1. That one's popped up to left. Coming in is Box and able to glove it. So Meisner goes down by way of F7. So the Apaches will have no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on. So after 2 complete, TJC trails this one 1-0 to the visitors from Cedar Valley. Due up for Cedar Valley in the top half of the third. 1, 2, 3, Birdwell, Bolly, and Rogers. We'll be back in a moment.
Leading off, number 5, Blake Birdwell.
Birdwell, first pitch, swinging is going to 1-hop to the fence, go off the fence. Going to at least be a double, trying to stretch it to a triple. Nope. Now he's going to be caught in a rundown. So he'll get a 2B8 and tagged out at third. So 2B8 and then out by way of 8-4-5 is what we'll call it, or what I'll call it. So brings up Nick Bolly. Got a single to right field back in the first inning and is the only run scored. That one's going to get snagged at second for a beautiful play. Meisner to Merced.
Now batting, number 25, Billy Rogers.
Meisner able to glove that one on the dive and quickly pick it up and get it over. So that'll bring up Billy Rogers, grounded over to Meisner back in the first inning. Strike 1 called. Strike 2, same spot on the outside. So 0-2 count now. And check on that one for a ball. So 1-2 pitch now from Blatney. Not going to get that called. A little bit on the outside. 2-2 pitch. No go on the outside once again, so full count now for Rogers at the plate. And that one's out to right. And able to glove it on the dive is Trimble. So there'll be a F9. So 1-2-3 inning for the Cedar Valley Suns in the top half of the third. So they'll get no runs on one hit, no errors, and no one left on. So TJC up to the bat in the bottom half of the third. Will be 1-2-3 Evans, Jacoby Bogue, and Morset. We'll be back in a moment. Chase Evans will lead this off for the Apaches in the bottom half of the third. Evans back in the first inning. Got on by way of an E6, a high fly ball that was dropped. A little bit of the wind played with it, just kept pushing over and over. Swings through strike one, so 1-1 at the plate for Evans. That one's deep down the left field line. Trying to stretch for the double. Just slides in safe. So Evans a 2B7.
Now batting, number 12, Jacoby Bogue.
Brings up Jacoby Bogue. Got on by way of a fielder's choice back in the first. So with no outs, Evans on second. Bogue at the plate, looks to bunt, pops that one up into the bleachers. Oh, 1 pitch. Looks at that one on the inside for ball one. Apaches trail this one 1-0 here in the bottom half of the third. Ball two, low and away. Ball three on the inside, so 3-1 count now for Bogue at the plate. That's going to be ground over to short for Bali. Out by way of 6-3. As Evans holds up at second, brings up Michael Morissette. Morissette struck out looking back in the first inning. With one out, one on second, Morissette looks at the first one for strike one. Called it on the outside corner for that one for strike two. Morissette now with a 0-2 count. Chase Evans on second. One out. Morissette at the plate with a 0-2 count. Way pitch outside. So Evans will advance to third on a wild pitch. So Evans in third. Morissette now at the plate with a 1-2 count with one out. On deck for Tyler is Taylor Broadway as Morissette calls time. 1-2 pitch from Boaz. Fouled off. Able to get to it is third baseman Birdwell. So F5. So now with two outs. Runner at third in Evans. Brings to the plate Taylor Broadway. Got a single out to center. Back in the first inning. As that one's low and inside. Evans on third. Boaz steps off, steps back on to reset. Now Broadway calls time. One 0 pitch to Broadway with two outs underway. And that one's low and inside. Going to score Chase Evans on another wild pitch. So Broadway at the plate now with 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, nobody on since Evans scored. Wild pitched over to third, and wild pitch scores that one. So even now at 1-1 here in the bottom half of the third. Strike one called on the outside. Ball 3. Up and away. 3-1 pitch. Fouled off, but able to track it down over by first base is Quintanilla. So Broadway out by way of F3. So for Tyler in the bottom half of the third, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. So after 3 complete, score is 1-1 between Tyler and Cedar Valley. Headed to the top half of the fourth. For Cedar Valley, 4, 5, 6. Quintanilla, Gayton, and Box. We'll be back in a moment.
Leading off, number 10, Daniel Quintanilla.
Quintanilla leading this one off for Cedar Valley. Looks at strike 1 here in the top half of the fourth. Single to center, first time up in the first. Fouls that one back out of play down the left field line. So 0-2 count now for Quintanilla. Ball 1 up and away. Ball 2, close on the outside corner. The 2-2 pitch from Blattney, right back up the middle. Going to get another single out of it. Another 1B8.
Now batting, number 13, Ugo Gayton.
Brings up the 5-hole Gayton, designated hitter. Got on by way of a walk. Strike 1 called. Strike 2 called. So now a 0-2 count for Gayton at the plate. Quintanilla is on first, no outs. Here in the top half of the fourth. Tied at 1, and that's going to be a hit by pitch.
Now batting,
So that'll put him on first. Quintanilla moves to second. Brings up Nolan Box. Flew out to center to end the first inning. As we'll get a mound visit from Taylor White as activity begins to spark up in the Apache bullpen. So no outs, 2 on for Cedar Valley. Left fielder Nolan Box in the 6th hole at the plate. Ball one, low and away. Right out to left fielder Bounds, and can't quite get the double out of it. Double play out of it. So Nolan Box will go down by way of F7. Quintanilla ends up staying at second. Gayton at first.
Number 7, Dakota.
Brings up Dakota Moore. Struck out looking to start off the second inning. One out, runners at first and second. Moore calls time. One 1-0 pitch. Now coming to Moore. Quintanilla on second. Gayton on first. One out. Has checked the runner back at second. Strike one called. Gets some swinging for strike two. So 1-2 count now for Moore at the plate. Runners on first and second, one out. Score 1-1 here in the top half of the fourth. One-two pitch, right back up the middle. Able to glove it for a 4-3 double play. So Dakota Moore grounds into a double play. As Gayton goes down by way of 4U. And the double play is the 4-3. So TJC gets out of that one by giving up no runs, only one hit, no errors, and one left on. So after 3.5 of this 7-inning ball game, tied at 1, Cedar Valley and Tyler will head to the bottom half of the fourth with 5, 6, 7 due up. Trimble, Bounds, and Davis. We'll be back in a moment.
Leading off for the Apaches, number 35, Fiver Trimble.
Ivor Trimble starts it off for Tyler here in the bottom half of the fourth. Had a single out to left. A stolen base and then got caught stealing. As Fiver hits the first pitch, one bounce off the wall and left. Gonna get an easy stand-up double. So 2B7 there for Trimble.
Now batting, number 8, John Mike Bounds.
So brings up left fielder in the 6th hole, John Mike Bounds. Drew a walk back in the 2nd. Ball 1 on the outside. One 0 pitch now coming from Boas. That one's popped up. As Bali almost misjudged that one at the end as well, but Mike Bounds goes down by way of F6. Trimble will stay at 2nd with the leadoff double. Brings up 7-hole Kason Davis. Drew a walk back in the 2nd. One 0 pitch now coming from Boas. Swung for the fences on that one and missed. And that one's a fly out, and luckily Trimble will be able to get back to 2nd as Davis flies out to center for an F8. Trimble able to get back. So Trimble with the leadoff double still sits on 2nd. Brings up Cade Watson. Flew out to right first time up in the 2nd. So with 2 outs, Trimble on 2nd, Watson at the plate. Boas throws ball 1. Ball 2 on the inside. Two-0 count, 2 outs. Trimble on 2nd for Tyler. Looks at ball 3 up and away. And 4 straight balls will put Cade Watson on first.
Now batting, number 2, Ty Meisner.
Brings up the 9-hole, Ty Meisner. Flew out to left to in the second inning. So 2 on, 2 out for Tyler. Meisner at the plate. Boaz puts across strike one. Looks at strike two, same spot on the inside. So quickly down 0-2 count. At the plate for Meisner. Swings at that one to stay alive and chops foul. Resets the 0-2 count. Trimble on second with a leadoff double. Watson on first by way of a walk. So 2 outs, 0-2 count. And that has a chance to get down, but no go. Wind's gonna push right into the glove of Rogers. So Meisner goes out by way of F8. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base for Tyler in the bottom half of the 4th. So we'll go to the top of the 5th. Cedar Valley 1, Tyler 1. For Cedar Valley is 8-9-1. Inocencio, Totem, and Birdwell. We'll be back in a minute.
Number 3, Steph Oz Inocencio.
Inocencio to lead this one off for Cedar Valley in the top half of the 5th. Flew out to right first time up. First pitch fouls that one back. And now to play for strike one. Ball one on the outside. That one got away from him a little bit for ball two. Swings through that one for strike two. So 2-2 count now, no outs. Top half of the 5th. Score 1-1. Gets him to swing through that one for third strikeout of the day for Blattney. Brings up the 9-hole Jamison Totten. Grounded out to end the second inning. Over to short. Fouls that one back behind the bleachers. That one right back over to short. Easy. It's going to be a
now batting, number 5, Blake Birdwell.
First baseman John Mike Bounds kind of came off as the ball came towards him, but so that puts Totten on first with 1 out, brings it back to the top of the lineup, Blake Birdwell, and gonna outrun that one. So Birdwell will do a fielder's choice as Totten is able to get safe at second. So 2 on with 1 out brings up 2-hole Nick Bali. Scored Cedar Valley's lone runs back in the first. So he had a single and a ground out the second today. So 2 on, 2 outs, or 2 on, 1 out. Bali at the plate. Ball 1 high. That's going to get through the infield. Going to hold up at third is Totten. So Bali will get on by way of 1B9. That loads the bases. Totten stays at third. Birdwell to second. Bali at first brings up Billy Rogers. 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out to second and flew out to right. As assistant coach Taylor White out for a mound visit. And we're going to change pitchers here in the top half of the 5th. So Blattney will go 4 1/3, still responsible for the 3 runs out there.
Now pitching for the Apaches, number 26, Mason Whitmarsh.
Brings to the mound number 26, Mason Whitmarsh. As trying to look through the stats, no stats for Whitmarsh yet this year. Whitmarsh will come on with the bases loaded.
Now batting, number 25.
First appearance.
Rogers.
First appearance on the mound for Whitmarsh in this 18th season. As draws the foul down the left field line out of Billy Rogers. Whitmarsh's only other appearance of the year was a designated hitter role against Angelina back on February 5th. Strike two called on the outside. So 0-2 count, 1 out. Bases are loaded for Cedar Valley. Rogers at the plate. Ball one, low and away. Totten at third. Birdwell at second. Bolly at first. As Whitmarsh steps off. Score 1-1 here in the top half of the fifth. 7-inning ball game. Gets them to foul that one back, so reset a 1-2 count, 1 out. Bases loaded. The 1-2 pitch. That one's fouled back and hits the top of the awning above the grandstand. Reset for another 1-2 pitch from Whitmarsh. That one's fouled back on the same spot. One-two pitch, 1 out. And that one's foul, trying to get that one on the inside. And that one swung through for a strikeout. So now 2 outs, bases loaded, brings up Quintanilla. 2 for 2 on the day, both singles to center. One 0 pitch. Swung through. Easy field over at second. And TJC gets out of this one. Meisner to Morissette for out number 3. So no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 left on for Cedar Valley in the top half of the 5th. Whitmarsh comes in and gets the final 2 outs of the inning and allows no damage done on the scoreboard. So we'll head to the bottom half of the 5th. Cedar Valley and Tyler both at ones, due up for Tyler. 5, 6, 7, Trimble, Bounds, and Davis. We'll be back in a moment. Back here in the bottom half of the 5th, read the scorecard wrong. It's 1, 2, 3 for Tyler. Evans, Bogue, and Morissette. In this 7-inning ball game, this is the bottom of the 5th. Score 1-1. That one's first pitch put in play down the right field line. Able to get to it is Moore. So Evan leads off with a F9. Brings up Jacoby Bogue. On by way of a fielder's choice back in the first. And grounded to short in the third. Looks at ball 1 up and away. Ball 2 upstairs. Two-0 count now for Bogue at the plate. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Or it's called strike 1 on the outside corner. Got some strange looks up here in the press box. Caught myself. Ball 3. Three-one count now for Bogue. Fouls that one. Went off his leg. So it'll be a full count now for Bogue at the plate. That one straight back off the net. Full count coming from both. And that one's off the end of the bat, trying to run it out. And it's going to pull him off the bag. He was going to run that one out. Termination is going to run that out anyway. So 1B6. So Bogue will be on first with one out. Morissette comes to the plate. Struck out looking in the first and flew out to third. back in the third. So with 1 out, 1 on, Broughton back is Rogers, able to glove it and get it in. So first pitch, F8 on the scorebook, brings up Taylor Broadway.
Number 7, Taylor Broadway.
1 for 2 on the day. Single to center and flew out to first. 1-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. Bogue on first, Broadway at the plate, 2 outs. And it's going to be ball 1 up and in. Low and a steal in place. Is going to slide around the tag as the throw is a little bit to the left side of the base. So Bogue will get a stolen base out of it. So 2-0 count now, 2 outs. Bogue on second. Broadway at the plate. Called strike on the outside. Two 1 pitch. Inside and low for ball 3. As action down in the Cedar Valley bullpen picks up. Three 1 pitch. Going to be ball 4 up and away.
Now batting,
So
that
keeps Bogue on second. Broadway walks down to first. Brings up Fiver Trimble, 2 for 2, a single and a double. Both shots to left field. With 2 on, 2 out. Base hit potentially scores 1. As that one's first pitch popped up to center. Just a high, lazy fly ball. They'll be out by way of F8. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on for Tyler in the bottom half of the 5th. And this 7-inning ball game will head to the top of the 6th. 5, 6, 7. Gayton, Box, and more due up for Cedar Valley. Cedar Valley and Tyler tied at 1, headed to the top half of the 6th. We'll be back in a minute.
Leading off, number 13, Ugo Gayton.
Gayton up at the plate leading off for Cedar Valley. Drawing a walk in, a hit by pitch so far today. Looks at ball one. Fouls that one off. Down the third base line. So 1-1 count now for Gayton at the plate. On the mound still for Tyler is Mason Whitmarsh. Came in relief for the last 2 outs of the fifth. And that one's roped. Going to be fouled down the left field line. One-two pitch from Whitmarsh. Gets swinging through it. And going to be a called out. And the question is about the throw down to first, but
Now batting, number 8, Nolan Box.
they cleaned it or fielded it cleanly, so second strikeout for Whitmarsh. Brings up Nolan Box. Flew out to center and flew out to left so far today. Ball low and away. One count, 1 out. And Broadway's going to reach up and snag that one. So Box will get a L5.
Dakota Moore.
Brings up the 7-hole Dakota Moore. Struck out looking, grounded to a double play to end the fourth. Ball one low and away. Fouls that one off the plate and back off the net. As that's a double tap there. That goes, fouls it straight down and on the backswing. Knocks it against the brick wall on the backstop. 1-2 count now for Moore at the plate. 2 outs for Cedar Valley here in the top half of the sixth. And that one's popped up. Moore set, backing up and able to glove it. So 1, 2, 3 down in order for Cedar Valley in the top half of the sixth. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. So bottom half of the sixth. 6, 7, 8. Bounds, Davis, and Watson due up for Tyler. Still 1-1 here with Cedar Valley and Tyler. We'll be back in a moment. Pitching change for Cedar Valley. Skylar White comes in. That ends the day for Ryan Boas. Boas 5 complete. Gave up 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 4 walks, 1 strikeout, no home runs. So John Mike Bounds in the 6th hole leads off for Tyler. Had a walk back in the 2nd and flew out to short. In the 4th. So ball 1 called to Bounds. Ball 2 low. The 2-0 pitch. Ground over to second. Easily fielded by Inocencio over to Quintanilla. So Bounds out by way of a 4-3. Skylar White a 6.14 ERA, 1-0 on the year, 2 appearances, 1 start, 7 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 7 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 4 walks, and 10 strikeouts. And has had 3 wild pitches recorded on the year. 1-0 pitch, low for ball 2. Two-0 pitch, grounded over to short. Can he make the throw in time? Gonna get him. So Kason Davis goes down by way of 6-3 from Bali over to Quintanilla.
Now batting, number 28, Cade Watson.
Brings up the 8-hole Cade Watson, your catcher. Flew out to right and drew a walk so far today. Strike 1 from Skylar White on the mound for Cedar Valley. And that one's tapped over to second. 4-3 in the scorebook. So 3 up, 3 down for Tyler at the plate in the bottom half of the 6th. So we'll go to the top half of the 7th. In this 7-inning ball game, 8-9-1 due up for Cedar Valley. Inocencio, Totten, and Birdwell. Still 1-1 here in Tyler, headed to the top half of the 7th. We'll be back in a minute.
Leading off, number 3, Seth Oz Inocencio.
The leading off for Cedar Valley here in the top half of the 7th is Inocencio in the 8 hole. Flew out to right and struck out. And first pitch swinging, going to get a hit out to center. So first batter is on by 1 pitch swing and 1 B8.
Now batting, number 16, Jamison Totten.
Totten now up. Ground over to short. Error by Morissette got him on back in the 5th. And a show bunt. Broadway fields it and able to get him clean at first. So Otson will advance to second. Jamison out by way of 5-3. So leading run on second. 1 out brings back the top of the lineup, Blake Birdwell. Swings through that one for strike 1. Birdwell has a strikeout, a double to center, and a fielder's choice on the book so far today. One pitch from Whitmarsh. Grounded over to third, a fair ball. Going to be safe at first, ran out that one. And that was going to be a fair ball. Able to glove it.
Now batting, number 2
was Broadway. Saved it from going to the corner. So Birdwell will get on by way of a 1B5, just deep for Broadway. So runners at first and second. 1 out brings up the 2-hole Nick Bali. Bali 2 for 3 with a run scored. 2 singles out to right and a ground out to second. As Coach White calls for a mound visit. And we'll go to a pitching change. As coming in for Tyler's number 22, Keith Long.
Now pitching for the Apaches, number 22, Keith Long.
Keith Long has made 3 appearances, has a save, 4 complete innings pitched, has given up 2 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, no runs. Has faced 14 batters who have a batting average of 143 combined. 2 runners still on the hook for Mason Whitmarsh. But Keith Long comes in with 1 out on the scoreboard. Inocencio on second, Birdwell on first, and Bali at the plate. Ball 1 away. One 0 pitch. Gonna go with it for strike 1. Whitmarsh closes out his game 1 with 2 innings pitched, giving up 2 hits, no runs, no earned. No one left on, or no walks, 2 strikeouts, no home runs. Granted, if depending on the 2 runs that are currently on first and second. So checks back Inocencio at second. So with 1 out, Apache's playing deep up the middle. Morissette on first is in. And that's going to get over to second. We've got the 4, 6, and 3 to get out. No. Going to be called safe at first. So Bailey will be on by way of fielder's choice. Birdwell will be out at second by way of 4, 6. And Inocencio will get over to third. So 2 outs, runners on the corners. Brings up Billy Rogers, the center fielder. 0 for 3 with a ground out to second, fly out to right, and a strikeout. Ball 1 up and away. One 0 pitch from Long. That one's popped up left, right. Check that runner on first base, and wind was pushing that a little bit, but F3, Morissette was able to track it down. So TJC gets out of that one. No runs allowed off of 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. So we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. TJC and Cedar Valley at 1 apiece. 9-1-2 due up for Tyler. Messner, Evans, and Jacoby Bogue. We'll be back in a moment.
Leading off for the Apaches, number 2, Todd Leisner.
Ty Meisner to lead it off. In the bottom half of the seventh in this seventh inning ball game, or a 7-inning ball game. Looks at strike one. So 0-1 count. One ball now down in the dirt. Still on the mound is Skylar White for Cedar Valley. And that one's popped out to right field deep, but playing deep is more. So Meisner will be out by way of F9.
Now batting, number 18, Chase Evans.
Brings up top of the lineup, Chase Evans. Got on by way of E6 in the first. A double back in the third. Tyler's lone run scorer. And a fly out to right back in the fifth. Looks at strike one after the first one called ball. So 1-1 count, 1 out for Evans at the plate. And that one's popped up, headed to get out and gonna be foul. Almost to the crowd of people, little spots gathered down the first base line. So 1-2 count, 1 out here in the bottom half of the seventh. That one line foul down the right field line. Ball one or ball two, up and away or up and in. Ball three high, so full count now at the plate for Chase Evans. 1 out. As that one's popped up towards second. Just a high fly ball. Trouble, gonna bounce. And it'll be a E4. And he'll get all the way to second on an E4. That wind is definitely moving.
Now batting, number 12, Jacoby.
Once it gets up, flag hasn't dropped at all today. Constant 10, 12 miles an hour, gust of 15 to 30 today. Out of the north, which blows right towards right field, and it's going to be ball one on the inside. Not sure how it missed them, but so for 1 out, Evans on second by way of a high fly E4. As Evans gets Skylar White to step off and reset. Ball two, high. As the first mound visit for Cedar Valley, Robert Daly head out to the mound. This one just reaching 2 hours worth of gameplay time. Two-0 count for Jacoby Bogue at the plate. Chase Evans on second. 1 out. Tyler trying to put a run across to end this one. Looks at strike one. One out, 2-1 count to Bogue at the plate. Fouls that one back behind us. Two count for Bogue at the plate. One out. Evans at second. Fouls that one back to stay alive. Reset for a 2-2 pitch from Skylar White. And step off. Chase Evans dancing around on second. Winning run in Chase Evans. As that one's going to get in for a hit. Evans going to hold up at third. So Evans gets over to third. Bogue 1B8 and head over to second on the throw-in. So there's one out. Brings up Michael Morissette. Chase Evans now on third. Bogue on second. One out, 2 runners in scoring position. TJC just needs one. Ball one to Morissette. One 1-0 pitch from Skylar White. Up and away for ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Swung through that one for strike one. Base hit will score one and end this one. 1-1 is the score. One out. Runners at second and third for Tyler. That one's hit down the left field line, but out foul. Down towards the Cedar Valley bullpen. So it'll be a 2-2 count now for Morissette. One out, running on second and third. Morissette at the plate, 2-2 count. And going to be ball 3, so draws it to full count. Full count, one out. and gonna walk him. So Morissette will get on by a walk. So bases loaded.
Now batting, number 7, Taylor Broadway.
Brings up the 4-hole, Taylor Broadway. Single up the middle. Back in the first inning, flew out to first in the third, and then walked back in the fifth. So bases are loaded, 1 out. Taylor Broadway at the plate. Strike 1 called. Oh, 1 pitch. Check swing. Said he went for strike 2. Oh, 2 count. 1 out, bases loaded for Broadway at the plate. Ball 1 low. Chase Evans at second, Bogue at Chase Evans at third, Bogue at second, Morissette at first. One-two pitch now from White. Gonna be way inside. Draw it to 2-2. 2-2 pitch. And that one's going to foul off the plate and dribble down the third baseline. Ball close on the inside. So full count now. Bases are loaded. 1 out. And that's going to be grounder foul down the third baseline. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom half of the 7th in this 7-inning ball game. TJC looking for 1. Full count and gonna ground over to short, 6-4, and gonna get through, and that one's gonna be the ball game. Chase Evans will score. Jacoby Bogue ends up technically on third. Morissette out by way of 6-4. Broadway will technically get the E4 on the throw. So TJC wins this one 2-1. The line for Cedar Valley, 1 run on 6 hits, 3 errors. Line for Tyler is 2 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. Keith Long will get the win in his relief appearance in the top half of the 7th. And Skylar White will get the loss. TJC improves to 7-4. Cedar Valley drops to 3-4. And that's just game 1 of this doubleheader. We'll go and close this one out, and then we'll try to reposition the iPad, try to do a few things to hopefully get game 2 a little bit brighter for you. But we'll have about a 30-minute break. I'll go ahead and, after I close this one, start up, once I reposition the iPad, start the second game, And then that way you'll see the little bit of the warm-up, and before we get started, we'll go through lineups and get that one set. So TJC wins game 1 today versus Cedar Valley by a score of 2-1. Here in Tyler, we'll be back in a moment.